up, guys? Zach here, Catoctin CrossFit with your Wednesday, April 15th workout. So a lot of pieces to get through the day. They're all shorter AMRAPs as you go. It should flow pretty smoothly, all right? We're gonna start with, number one for the day is a 6-minute warm-up driven AMRAP, all right? Work hard for 6 minutes of time. Target is approximately 3 rounds of work. We'll look at a 200-meter run, 10 wall ball shots, 1 wall walk. Repeat again for 6 minutes. For the run, budget yourself about a minute's worth of work. Go for a jog, pick a distance that's 30 seconds out, 30 seconds back. You're welcome to use a rower or a bike for this option as well. Wall balls, if you have one, squat and shoot to target, all right? Any height works for this, but I'm interested in the squatting to press mechanic, or feel free to go back to or sub into a single dumbbell motion, in which case you would squat and then press the single bell overhead, okay? Empty bars work for this as well, or empty bar thrusters. Wall walk, stiff and rigid, best you can. Climb the wall all the way up to where you're comfy. Walk all the way back out, just trying to stretch out the shoulders, get the core ready for the rest of the day. Moving out of that, number 2 for the day is your strength style work or format, okay? So we're gonna look at every 3 minutes for 4 rounds. We're gonna go through a complex. The complex is 3 dumbbell power cleans, 2 dumbbell hang squat cleans, into 1 dumbbell hang squat clean thruster, all right? Finish with 10 toes to bar for some core work on top of it. For the power clean work, it should move pretty smooth. So we'll go from ground to rack continuously 3 times. Then set them at the hips. From the hips, you'll jump to squat, 2 reps through. On the second one, stand up, reset to the hips, then jump to a squat and thruster the bells straight up and overhead, okay? Following that, toes to bar. Give me 10 repetitions if you guys have a pull-up bar or rig, okay? Kipping mechanic works for this. If not, I want you to drop down and hit a set of lying leg raises. Maybe you add a hip lift at the top. Don't overthink it. Pick something to challenge you through the middle. This should allow a little bit of rest through it, and I want you guys to climb weight to the best of your ability here, okay? This jives really well transferring to a barbell. So stick with the same complex of the power clean, the hang squat clean, and the hang squat clean thruster on a barbell as well, okay? Increasing load to the best of your ability. Moving out of that, rest and regroup. Number 3 for the day, we're gonna look at a series of AMRAPs. So it's 3 AMRAPs, all with some rest in between them, all right? We're gonna start with a 4-minute AMRAP of 12 goblet squats, 6 burpees, AMRAP for 4. Then, minute of rest. 3-minute AMRAP following that of 12 single arm dumbbell hang clean and jerks, 6 wall balls. Again, you'll AMRAP for 3 minutes here, then minute of rest. Finish with a 2-minute AMRAP of a dumbbell complex, okay? Just the one complex for 2 minutes. It's gonna consist of a dumbbell renegade row to power clean, to hang squat clean thruster, to overhead lunge, all right? I'll give you some more details on that guy when we get back to it. For the goblet squats, squat a dumbbell centered at the chest. You're welcome to use a kettlebell as well. A light front squat bar or something you can do for 12 reps unbroken would be great. Super awesome burpees, chest to deck if we got it. Give me a high jump off the ground, okay? Expect to accumulate a lot of rounds here, even 4 to 6, maybe 6 and change rounds, okay, if you're quick off the burpees. Moving into the 3-minute AMRAP for the single arm dumbbell hang clean and jerk. Stay at the hips with it. I like that neutral style grip where my thumb will remain forward, and I'm just gonna pop the hip similar to a kettlebell swing mechanic, catch at the shoulder in a bent knee, and then immediately drive the bell overhead. Even more of a pressing motion is gonna be fine for this, whatever's most efficient for you. If you have a heavier bell and you do need to jerk it, feel free to throw in a push jerk. But if not, use a press or a push press mechanic. You can switch arms as needed. I like to do 6 and then 6 for this guy. Revisit your same wall ball mechanic that we warmed up with for the day. Throw the ball, go down to a single dumbbell for the squat to overhead piece. For the renegade row complex, or the dumbbell complex I should say, the renegade row is a push-up. Then you'll row right arm, row left arm, jump in, power clean the bells up, back to the hips, hang squat clean, thruster the bells all the way overhead. If you can, keep both bells up and attempt a reverse step lunge, okay? Quick options on the lunge for this guy. Feel free to ditch one of the bells or gently set it down. Keep one overhead and do a single arm overhead lunge, or you can rack them on the shoulders and do a front rack reverse step lunge, okay? For a barbell sub for the last piece, what I want you to do is hit a set of 3 burpees, okay? Yes, 3 more burpees. Then power clean your bar, hang squat clean thruster your bar, front rack or back rack if you need, into a barbell lunge, all right? So again, 3 burpees, power clean, hang squat clean thruster, a lunge variation, okay? You can lunge both legs because you won't be getting quite as much volume on the bar as you would the dumbbell. That works for that guy. Following that, we got a block of core. So rest and regroup. We're gonna look at a 5-minute AMRAP of core today. It's 3 motions. We have 20 lemon squeezers, 15, we're calling them around the world leg raises, 10 plank hip taps, and again, repeat for 5 minutes. So for the lemon squeezers, I like palms flat on the floor, even kind of resting on the forearms. It should be more of a modified tuck crunch position, but find a position, find a space or a shape where you can accumulate big sets or even 20 reps unbroken, okay? For the around the world leg raises, you're in a seated position, the legs will be skewed out to the side. If I'm looking straight ahead, maybe they're around 9 to 10 o'clock, okay? And with the stiff and rigid leg, I'm gonna pick them up, swivel to 2 to 3 o'clock on the other side of my body, and that'll be 1, and kick back to the other side. And we'll just continue to go long through the legs, tapping side to side of the body 15 times. Then flip to a high plank for the hip taps. From the high plank position, you'll detach the right arm as you reach back to the hip or glute, tap and reset to the floor, and other arm will lift, tap and reset to the floor, okay? Explore a little bit wider foot base with this. That'll help with the balance element behind it, but work on staying stiff and rigid, minimizing any hip lifting or hip movement through the drill. Final piece, optional Olympic lifting barbell piece. We're gonna focus around a pause power clean today, okay? The pause power clean is gonna be defined as pausing at your knee, at or around the knee, I'll say, okay? So start with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 reps, increasing load to the best of your ability. Rest is needed between your sets, but work up to an accurate but challenging heavy single for the day, all right? We're interested in a slow and deliberate pull back off the floor, short 1.5 count pause at the knee, and then drive back to the hip as you jump, shrug up the barbell to your shoulders, okay? Intent behind it is to keep or focus on continuous leg drive through the clean, okay? So even shoot a little bit of video yourself doing this and look for you exploding or continuing upward progress, upward momentum out of that pause, all right? We don't want to see any extra hitch, redip, or giddy up, I call it, coming out of that pause. So working up to the heavy single. Following that, I want you to drop weight to roughly 70%. This should be a little bit lighter of a lift for a lot of you guys, okay? And go through 1 pause power clean every 30 seconds for 10 rounds, all right? 10 opportunities, minimal rest. You can even shorten the interval a little bit if you need. Focus more on the pause than anything else, all right? That's all I have for you guys today. It's Wednesday, hump day. Go get after it. We got 2 more for the week. Enjoy, guys.